before I get started, I just want to thank the parents of my young man for making the truck out here today and supporting not only this awesome banquet, but this whole season, and what a phenomenal job that you have done in raising these young men. I made a comment as soon as I got here to one of our parents, and I said, you ought to write a book on the blueprint of how well your son has been accepted not only by our team, but just as an individual. So I really thank the LISLE parents for coming out today and showing your support to your young men, because this is a fine group, so thank you very much. When you can have 9 players on the all-conference team, it kind of lets you know why you had success this year. Because in order to have success, you need to have players. And I think this year was a great indication of not only did we have some good players, but we've had players that committed to themselves and committed to the process. And it's, for me, it's very humbling to stand up here and say that this was the Interstate 8 small champion of the LISLE Lions, because these young men worked for it and they wanted this, and it's not a mistake that we have so many representing us, because they deserve this. So in order to start our group, our first boy is number 88. That's Jakub Kowal. This is Jakub's first year playing football. He's really good friends with a couple of our players, and he came out, and what an awesome young man. He was one of our top receivers. Also one of our games, he came in and played corner the whole game. And he hardly ever knew what the defensive side of football was before. But Jakub made some big-time catches, and just his demeanor around the boys was phenomenal. That's number 88, Jakub Kowal. Jakub was a senior. Our next young man is number 4, Dylan Lau. Dylan was a wingback for us, a wide receiver for us, a corner, did a lot of things. Dylan is a junior. I think one of the things that impresses me about Dylan is no matter how hard you coach him, he always will look at you and give you a little bit of a smile, and he understands that anything that he does, he's going to do a little bit better. And as the season went on, that's exactly what happened. Dylan will be a two-way starter for us again next year, and we're very happy to have Dylan. Our next young man is number 11. He's a senior, Nick Martich. Nick is a tight end, one of our inside linebackers. In the Piatone game, he broke his hand, so for almost the rest of the season, he played with a cast on, and he finally got it off. I think it was in week 9, but he played with that cast on his hand and never missed a beat. One thing that I remember about Nick was it was Nick's freshman year, and it was the first time I met the incoming freshman group as a group of young men, and Nick was the quarterback. So Nick came in, and we're saying, okay, Nick, let's see if your boys can do this. And bingo, they did that. Let's see if they could do this. Bingo, they did that. And right then, I kind of knew that Nick was going to be one of the leaders in our group. And Nick went from quarterback to a backup quarterback to a tight end and an inside linebacker, and great leadership skills. Number 11, Nick Martich. Our next young man is number 17, Jay McGrath. Jay was our quarterback, defensive back, place kicker, punter, assistant coach, water boy, cheerleader. Jay did everything. And I have to say that it was very impressive that when some of the times when you go back and you watch the film of some of the things that occurred, and I could sit up here and talk about statistics. Jay, 24 touchdowns, and he was responsible for close to 3,000 yards of offense. Led the team with 5 interceptions. Our defense had 21 interceptions, and he had 5, which is pretty good. He just was a phenomenal part of our football team. Other awards that Jay has received,
that besides Nick, he was one of our captains. He was a Daily Herald all area player. It'll come out on the 30th. And he also was academic all-state, and he was also academic all-state academic. So he walked away with a suitcase full of awards. And the biggest thing that I can say about Jay is that when you're around this business for as long as I've seen players, Jay fits in there in some of the top 5, 6, 7 players that I've been around. Not only as an athlete, but the way he carries himself. So thank you, Jay, for a job well done. Appreciate it. Our next young man is not here today. That was a defensive tackle. That's number 63, Kevin Paz. Our next young man is a senior, also an all-state academic selection, and that was defensive back Pat Thornton. And I think it was Coach Rent said it at the beginning, or one of the coaches, that all conference is not only what you do on that field. All conference is the way you go about your business. And Pat Thornton was one of those players that all year long, he did exactly what he was told to do, exactly what he could do, and he was a big part of our defense. Very happy with the job that Pat has done. He's an outstanding student, outstanding young man, and thank you, Pat, for a great season. Pat Thornton, number 10. Our next player, number 65, Charlie Wildowski. Charlie is also an all area Daily Herald player, which will also come out on, like I said, on the 30th. Charlie was a two-way player also, never came off the field, played defensive end and offensive tackle, 3-year starter for us. And it was funny because once we got Big Mike Walker, a lot of people started to run away from Big Mike and started running Charlie, which he really enjoyed. And I think that Charlie's commitment to what we did was phenomenal. Another leader of our team, great personality, got along with everybody, and he's also going to be missed. That's number 65, Big Charlie. Our next young man is a sophomore, and that's big number 34, Mike Walker. Last year, it was around December, ordering new uniforms, and Mike, I don't think I've ever seen Mike without a smile on his face. He's just an outstanding young man, and when you have teachers that come up to you and say, hey, you know that Mike Walker? Boy, he's a nice boy. Those are compliments that they like to hear and that I like to hear. But Mike said to me, Coach, you ordered new uniforms, but you got to order me a number 34. I said, what? I said, you're a tackle. He goes, Coach, order me a number 34 and let me try being a running back. I said, okay. So he ordered an extra large 34, and I said, no, if it doesn't work out, you're going to get your number 50 back. Well, it did work out. So Mike was one of our big running backs this year, played defensive end, played linebacker, and I think that Mike got a future that is, who knows how far it's going to go. But Mike will be back with us for 2 years. This number 34, Mike Walker. And our last player is a 4-year player for us, Zach Sakota. Zach Sakota never came off the field. I like Jay and like a lot of these boys, but he never came off the field. And the thing is, when I talk to my nephew or another one of our coaches, and he says, Zach Sakota is probably the steadiest player that he's ever been around. Played defensive tackle, offensive tackle, he's our long snapper, and he just went about his business with a smile on his face, and it was phenomenal. I coach girls bowling at Hinsdale Central, and Zach and I have a lot of good discussions because he's a really good bowler, so is his dad. And but he was as consistent as an athlete as you could be around. So 4 years with old Zach, and it's a great thing. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for the time, and thanks for your effort, Zach. Zach Sakota. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that big part of the success that these young men have had, is on their shoulders. But our staff this year did a really good job of getting them prepared, and
Also making sure that the confidence, you know, that they showed on the field was, you know, pushed through them every single day, because you know, it is something that is a fun thing. Every one of these players is a multiple sport athlete. Some of them 3. That's one of the things that is a lost art today. Okay, compete, compete, compete. It doesn't matter if you're football, baseball, basketball, wrestling, compete. And that's what these guys do. And I really appreciate it. And congratulations to everybody. Being an all-conference player is something that they'll never take away from you. Thank you very much.